Okay, yeah, I definitely need to do a recap of the recap. So this is a recap of the recap of Heir of Fire. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet, split it into 3 sections. We're going to focus on Selena, we're going to focus on when they're in Rifthold, and we're going to focus on when they are in the mountains with the witches. Okay, so first starting with Selena. Selena's travelled to Wendelin because she's supposed to kill the royal family, but she's never actually going to do that. Then she decides she needs to meet the Fae Queen, who is her aunt, who is Maeve, and goes there. Selena decides to ask Maeve questions about the word keys, but in order to get those, she has to train with Rowan Whitethorn to learn how to control her magic. During this training, Rowan and Selena get closer, bonding over the fact that they've lost people who are close to them. And then in the fortress, there's only demi-fae that live there, but there's also a lot of bodies that are being found. Then they discover that the king of Ardalan has sent an army of soldiers, as well as these 3 really wicked creatures who are called Valag. And those are the creatures that long ago were really terrible, and Selena learns how to master her magic. And she also, long ago they made the keys, and then Selena learns that her magic also starts to grieve properly and fix her broken heart, whatever. And then they are attacked by the Valag. She completely breaks down and she gets back up, and then she destroys them all. She gets all her answers from Maeve, frees Rowan from the Blood Oath, and then she returns to Ardalan to set the world on fire. Meanwhile, in Ardalan, Cole is struggling with where his loyalties lie, because he's supposed to be the captain of the guard, but also Dorian is his bestie boo and he loves Selena, aka Aelin, but he doesn't accept magic. Okay, whatever, no one asked you, queen. Dorian meets Sorsha, a healer, and falls in love with her, and also begins working with her to contain his magic. Aedion Ashvire, who is Aelin's cousin, but also the general of the north for the king of Terrasim. Cole and Aedion start to exchange information about Aelin and about the king's magic, but then they find out that he throws a triangle of land using the 3 clock towers, and eventually the king finds out and he executes Sorsha and captures Aedion and Dorian. Cole quits and flees into Rifthold to work with another rebel called Ren. Now to the witches. There's Manon Blackbeak, who's an Iron Teeth witch who has to work for the king of Ardalan for a few years until she can claim back her country. The Iron Teeth witches get to pick wyvern and train them until they're ready to fight in the king's army. Manon picks a bait beast instead of an actual trained wyvern, and she calls him Aberox. She patches him up with iron teeth and claws and spider silk wings, and then in the war games they beat all the witches and become the wing leaders. And that is the end. That was a great summary. Love that. We'll be back with Assassin's Blade soon. Bye.